Hey everyone, thanks for joining my channel, and today I'm going to talk to you about a physical activity that I think you can do throughout this lockdown period during COVID. And if you're also looking to lose body fat, this is a really good physical activity for you to do. So basically, I just wanted to share a lot of information with everyone today when I made this video. So just running to lose body fat and lockdown. Where can I run? Well, that's a very tricky conversation to have, purely because you can run outside during this whole COVID situation and lockdown, and COVID-19 is outside, I do understand, but maybe there are areas that don't have large groups of people. They do say that COVID-19 is spread via large groups of people or through groups of people. So I don't think that if you are running alone in a field, you'll be you'll be at high risk of catching COVID. And maybe not. Maybe you also have a treadmill in your house and you can start there. Maybe you have a garden at home and you can just do laps in the garden. Alright guys, so moving on to our next question, and that is, when should I run? Should I run fasted, or should I run after a meal? Should I run in the morning? Should I run in the afternoons or in the evenings? Now, this is a very subjective question, because it's like, how long is a piece of string at the same time of asking the same question as that? Because you should be able to run at the time you feel is good for you and feel comfortable at. So now for myself, I find that I can run better, stay focused better, and I get more energy throughout the day when I run first thing in the morning. So I wake up at 5 a.m., I go for a nice run. Not every day is going to be the same length or the same duration of time, but I do run at 5 a.m. every day. So I find that fasted running works best for me, because after my run, I'm super hungry. I start my day with breakfast, and that's it. And also, there has been studies showing that you do burn more fat while fasted running, doing fasted cardio. So you could give that a try. Many of you might find that you do not enjoy fasted cardio. You do not enjoy any exercise fasted. So you might find that you feel lightheaded, or you feel maybe that you cannot focus clearly, and you have very low energy, so you can't maybe push yourself as much. Now that's subjective to your body. So if your body isn't performing at its best and you feel you could perform better after a meal, do that. When it comes to running fasted or after a meal, I would suggest run to what suits you and feels good for you. Now, if you're going to run fasted, they do say you shouldn't be eating more than, say, 30 calories. 30 to 40 calories. If you eat 30 to 40 calories, you've broken that fast, all right? So I would suggest drink water, drink your coffee in the morning before you go for a run if you're doing it fasted, just to give you that bit of a oomph energy. If you have a snack, have a little snack, but don't eat more than, say, 30 to 40 calories, and hit that run, do your best. If you're having a meal before you run, I suggest also do not have a super large, big meal. Maybe have a snack. I prefer protein shakes and an apple just before I run. Gives me energy, gives me a bit of fiber, gets my digestive juices going, and that's pretty much how I hit it. I have been asked the question, does it burn fat? Now, does it burn fat? Yes. You're tapping into fat storage, which is now being released, and you know I could go deep into the science of it, but I would rather just simply put it as you release the fat for energy. If you're not eating well enough, your body might not release the fat as to what it should, but most likely if you're eating well and you're eating a good diet, you'll release the fat and you'll use that fat for energy. How many calories can you burn while running? I have burned within 30 minutes 200 to 500 calories. Now, how can this gap be so big? Usually if I do sprints within 30 minutes, I don't burn as much calories as if I'm at like my maximum heart rate. I don't burn as much as what I would be at like a lower heart rate percentage. So if I keep my percentage from my maximum about 60 to 70%, then I'm pretty much at a aerobic state, and that is burning more fat and also burning more calories at the same time. But when I'm keeping my heart rate high and I'm burning, I don't burn as much calories. So I would find that if you want to burn higher calories, don't run too slow, don't run too fast. Keep your heart rate at a stable rate at around 60 to 70% in between there, and you'll probably find you burn more calories than at 80 to 90% or 90 to 100. Aha, so should I stretch before I run, or should I just do a warm-up? What should I do? Guys, this is also subjective to you. Now, it depends on how your body feels and how you are. Like I said, I do it in the morning. So when I'm in the morning, my body's like been lying down all day. So I don't stretch as in like I do long hold stretches. I don't stretch and hold for a long time, but I move. So basically what you can call it is dynamic stretching. And that's like moving from stretch to stretch, not holding it for long periods of time. 5 to 10 seconds the most, and I will do just a quick head to toe, a couple of stretches from my head to the toe. I will also maybe just do a jog for like 10 minutes, just a little quick jog just to warm up my ankles and my knees and my hips. And during that jog, I will keep it very light, very slow, and I'll just feel how my body's feeling. Am I feeling a pain in certain areas, my knees or my glutes or something? And if I am, before I start my run, after my jog, I would just do a quick little stretch and open up my hips and open up my body. On that note, guys, please do not spend so much time on your warm-up. I see guys, they do like 50 different exercises, spending a half an hour just warming up before they run. It is pointless, guys. You can warm up while running or while doing your jog or while doing the exercise, your physical activity. You can warm up into it. Start light, start slow, and warm up the body that way. At least you're doing more of what you planned on doing than doing half of what you planned on doing because your warm-up took so long. So a lot of the people that I try and get to start running say, Josh, well, how do I start? I always say to them, don't be a hero. Like, there's no rush to it. Running is something you're going to probably do for the rest of your life. So if, you know, what's the point of rushing it? I would say start at something slow. I mean, if you never have run before and you're not a runner and you haven't done this physical activity yet, start with less than 1 kilometer, and every like 1 day on, 1 day off. So you can start, say, like on day 1, start with a 1 kilometer or just below that. Then you can even do it through time duration. So you can even do like 20 minutes of running, 30 minutes of running. Now I suggest if you can do 10 minutes of running, that's great. All right, so first day you can either start with your kilometer or 10 minutes of running and then 1 day off. 1 day 10 minutes of running or a kilometer, 1 day off, and then so on. So 1 day on, 1 day off, 1 day on, 1 day off. You know, so basically I split the week out into A or B. So A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. Each day will be an A, and then there will be, in the next day will be a B, the next day will be an A, the next day will be a B. So if I choose on day A, I'm going to do 1 kilometer runs, and then on day B, I'm just going to rest. That's a great way to start. You're allowing your body and your joints to recover and take a break and rest, and you'll get probably 3 to 4 days in your week of running, which is awesome. Now, I don't think that you can run too many times. As your body adapts, you can start to run every day, but I suggest from your transition to week 1 to week 2, in week 2 you can probably add a walking day. So 1 kilometer run, 1 kilometer walk, 1 kilometer run, 1 kilometer walk. So day A will be 1 kilometer run, day B will be 1 kilometer walk, and you can repeat that throughout the week. Once you get into week 3, you can start doing 2 kilometer runs, 1 kilometer run. So 2 kilometer on day A and 1 kilometer on day B, and repeat. Once you start feeling your body needs a rest, this is very subjective to you. So if you feel, oh my gosh, my legs are so sore, you're feeling super fatigued, you got body aches around you, take that rest day. It's not going to destroy your program. It's just going to help you to recover, and you're going to feel stronger or pick it up on the next day feeling better. On that note, guys, basically all I'm trying to say is gradually increase and decrease at the same time. If you want to increase, if you feel like your time has improved and you're improving and you want to boost up your distance a little bit, Do it. Muscle. Will I lose muscle if I am running so much? No. Guys, you will not lose muscle if you are eating correctly and maintaining strength training, weight training. It could be just body weight exercises, doing your push-ups, your squats, your pull-ups, eating correctly, eating the right amount of calories you should be eating to provide the amount of energy that your body needs to recover and to run. You should not be losing muscle. They actually show a lot of studies, people who do running gain muscle. Now, I'm not saying that it's a fast way to gain muscle. The fastest way probably would be resistance and weight training, but you can slowly, very slowly gain muscle while running. Basically, how fast you should run, I like to start out with people on the talk test. So the talk test is run and talk. If you don't have anyone to talk to, sing a song. Just try to remember a song that you know the lyrics to, and I find I do this quite often. I start singing while I'm running, and this allows me to know that, okay, I'm able to breathe and talk and run at the same time. I'm probably at a good place to now be in my aerobic, at probably around 60 to 70% of my maximum heart rate, and I'm probably in a good position now while I'm running fast enough and burning fat, and I'm not tapping into too much that I'm going into more of my anaerobic or my maximum heart rate. So I'm taking the zone that I'm in pretty well, and it's a good place to be in the beginning. If you want to start becoming more athletic, you can start to push yourself and doing little sprints in between, in the middle of your runs. You can boost your heart rate up to a certain amount, like say 60 to 70%. 70 to 80% of your maximum heart rate, and drop it back down. And you can drop it. You can increase it all the way up to about 90 to 100, and then back down to 80, 90, then back down to 60, 70, then back to 80, 90. You can play around with it. Just try not to stop. Number one, stop if need to, which is usually the main rule. You only stop if you really need to. But if you can just slow it down, stick with that.